All right, let's dive into a massive shift that's happening in the logistics world, the collision of AI and, well, your career. If you're in the supply chain, you know technology is moving at lightning speed. But the real question isn't if things are going to change, it's what specific skills do you need to learn right now to get ahead of it all. So let's break that down.
And look, this isn't some abstract idea for the future. It's happening as we speak. This transformation is real and it's happening on the ground floor. We're talking about planners using AI to figure out thousands of delivery routes in just a few seconds, or warehouse managers using predictive analytics to know exactly where to put inventory. It's embedded in the operational decisions being made literally every single minute of every day.
So why the big rush? Why is this all happening so incredibly fast? Well, it's because the entire industry is feeling pressure from all sides. Let's really dig into the forces that are making AI and automation an absolute non-negotiable necessity.
What you're looking at here is basically the perfect storm for the logistics industry. And it's not just one of these things. It's how they all pile on top of each other. First, you've got massive disruptions, pandemics, port congestion, that show just how fragile our supply chains really are. At the very same time, costs for everything, fuel, warehouse space, labor, they're all skyrocketing. And then you layer on top of that customer demands for super fast delivery and perfect real-time tracking. That's the new normal. And the final piece of this puzzle, a major talent gap, with a workforce that needs a serious digital skills upgrade. It's this exact combination that's forcing companies to get smarter and a whole lot faster. And this, right here, is the reward for getting it right. We're not talking about small incremental improvements. Companies that are actually embracing AI are seeing huge gains. We're talking 15 to 35% improvements across the board in cost, service, and efficiency. Just think about what that really means. It means fewer trucks running empty, way more accurate inventory forecasts, and getting orders out the door faster. This isn't just about surviving those pressures we just talked about. It's about creating a massive competitive advantage. And that's why AI is quickly shifting from a nice-to-have to an absolute must-do.
Okay, so that's great for the companies, right? But what does it mean for you, for your career? Well, with any big tech shift, we have to be honest about the new risks that pop up. And here's the key thing to understand. Automation isn't really targeting jobs, it's targeting specific tasks, especially the routine, repetitive work that many of us do every day. And that leads us to the real heart of the issue, this fundamental disconnect. So many logistics jobs today are still built around old-school manual processes. You know the drill. Endless spreadsheets, making confirmation calls, constantly putting out fires. But the software running the show, your TMS, your WMS, is now supercharged with predictive analytics and AI. This creates a huge mismatch, right? A widening skill gap between the job as it was designed and what the technology can actually do now. So let's get specific about these career risks. First, role reduction. With smarter systems, a single person can now manage a network that used to take a whole team. Second, task automation. Think about all that time you spend on routine stuff, data entry, running reports, coordinating updates. That work is disappearing fast, and that leads directly to limited growth. If your main value is tied to those old tasks, getting promoted gets a lot tougher, and it all culminates in job mobility risk. If you don't keep your skills current, they become less valuable, which really limits your options when you look for a job at other modern logistics companies. Now, I know that might sound a little bit scary, but here's the crucial pivot. This is not a story about humans being replaced. Not at all. It's about your value shifting to a higher level. The future isn't about just doing repetitive tasks. It's about making the smart, strategic decisions that machines simply can't. This comparison really says it all. In the old world, a planner's day was about managing fixed routes, static inventory rules, and just coordinating transactions with endless phone calls and emails. That was the busy work. In the modern world, the system handles most of that. Routes change on the fly based on data, inventory is constantly being optimized, and your job is no longer to manage every single little transaction. Your real value now comes from managing the exceptions, those tricky, unexpected problems that the system flags for your attention. You've basically been promoted from a transaction manager to an intelligence systems manager. So the big question is, how do you become that person who thrives managing these intelligent systems? Well, it all comes down to building a new toolkit of skills. The source material points to 3 core competencies. And these aren't just vague ideas. They are specific, learnable skills that are going to define your career from this point on. Okay, first up, and this is the absolute foundation, data literacy.
Now, let's be really clear. This is not about you needing to become a data scientist who writes code. Not at all. It's about being a critical thinker, almost like a detective. It means you can look at a dashboard, really understand what the numbers are telling you, spot when something looks off, and most importantly, ask the right questions before you jump to a decision.
Let me give you a perfect real-world example. A planner who is truly data literate doesn't just see a forecast spit out by the system and blindly go order that much inventory. No way. They understand the metrics behind it, like forecast accuracy. If they see a demand signal that just feels completely wrong based on their knowledge of the market, they have the confidence to challenge it, to dig in, and to stop a potentially costly mistake from happening. That is data literacy in action.
The second essential skill is learning to work with AI, to treat it like a collaborative partner. Again, this isn't about programming. It's about being an intelligent user who can team up with the technology. You need to have a basic understanding of how the AI comes up with its recommendations. Why? So you can develop good judgment about when to trust it, and just as important, when your human expertise tells you it's time to step in and override its decision.
Let's see what this looks like in the real world. A transport manager gets an AI-optimized route that on paper looks absolutely perfect. Shortest distance, least fuel, the whole shebang. But that manager knows something the AI has no clue about. There's a local festival today, and certain roads are closed that aren't on any official map. They use the AI suggestion as a fantastic starting point, but then they apply their real-world human judgment to make the final, best call. It's that human context, layered on top of the machine's powerful calculations, that makes the difference.
And finally, the third critical skill is process improvement. This is so important because, as the old saying goes, automating a mess just gets you a faster mess. You can't just throw AI at a broken process and hope for the best. You need the ability to step back, to actually map out how work gets done, pinpoint the bottlenecks and the waste, and then redesign that whole process so it works seamlessly with the new tech. So for example, before you even think about automating your order processing, a smart team will map out every single step. They'll find things like redundant approvals or pointless manual handoffs and get rid of them first. Then, when they bring in automation, they're supercharging a clean, efficient process, not just slapping a digital Band-Aid on a broken one. Thinking about the process first multiplies the value of the technology. So we've got the what, those 3 key skills. Now let's get to the really practical part, the how. How do you actually build these skills and position yourself to win in this new environment? Let's walk through a clear roadmap.
You can think of this as a personal development plan for the next year, broken down into manageable chunks. In the first 3 months, just focus on the basics. Learn data fundamentals, read up on how AI is being used in logistics, and start thinking about your job as part of a bigger system. Then, for the next 3 months, it's time to get your hands dirty. Ask to get trained on new tools, volunteer for pilot projects. This is where theory becomes experience. And by the second half of the year, you'll be ready to start leading, maybe mentoring your peers, or contributing to strategic discussions with your new insights. And as you build these skills, you've also got to change how you talk about yourself and your value. You're no longer just a task executor. You are a problem solver who uses technology to get results. You're a systems thinker who sees the whole network, not just your little piece of it. And you are an active champion for digital transformation, not someone who's afraid of it. That is how you build your personal brand for the intelligent supply chain.
So let's wrap up with this final thought. This change is here, and it is not going away. AI and automation are incredibly powerful tools, and they're completely reshaping our industry. The real career risk isn't the technology itself, it's waiting on the sidelines. The crucial question you need to be asking yourself isn't if this will change your job, but how are you going to use it to become a more valuable, more strategic leader in the supply chain of tomorrow? Thanks for tuning in.